जय हिंद फ्रेंड्स। आज फरवरी 1 2026 द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर एनालिसिस को हम पढ़ेंगे। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं। फर्स्ट पेज इसीलिए रीड कर रहा हूँ मैं इसको। सुनित्रा पावर शोन इन एज डेप्यूटी सीएम ऑफ महाराष्ट्र, वाइफ ऑफ लेट एनसीपी लीडर अजीत पवार becomes first woman to hold the post in the state, set to handle three portfolios. Family not consulted, talks for unification were in the final stage, says Sharad Pawar. Madras HC to use AI to retrieve information from voluminous documents. Stalin slums center from dismantling Manrega, replacing to work scheme with one based on discretionary allocation of petrol. TNCM seeking 40% of VBG Ramji funds from state akin to punishing us for alleviating poverty, he adds. Ayodhya GST officer withdraws resignation days after quitting post. India only, Chinatown fading away. The Chinese community in Kolkata now has only about 2,000 people, down from 50,000 in the 1960s. In the SI process in West Bengal, 389 of the 484 deleted voters have been categorized as untraceable or absent. The dwindling numbers are a reflections of many leaving the countries. Coffee harvest hit as Bengal. Migrant migrant workers leave from SIR. Disruptions due to migrant workers leaving for SIR verifications coupled with untimely rainfall in Karnataka have added to the labor shortage and driven up wage demands. Planters say 15.91 lakh applications received for Kerala SIR. Kerala plans to cut 25% syllabus in school. Kerala General Education Minister V. Shivankutty has announced plans to reduce the academic workload of school students. The curriculum committee has approved a 25% reduction in the syllabus for various classes without changing the textbook content. This will be implemented from next academic year, said Mr. Sivankutti in column on Saturday while attending an event organized to hand over a house constructed for the family of Mithun, a student who died of electrocution from a power line near Thivla Karam Boys High School last year. Built upon the minister's direction, the Kerala State Bharat Scout and Guides spent 20 lakh to construct the 1000 square feet house at West Klada in Kollam. Ancient grain storage tradition fading fast in Srikakulam district. The ancestral practice from known as Koni or Pathara was once observed by farmers along the banks of the Mahindra Tanya River in Andhra Pradesh. Several factors, including lacks of lack of space and awareness, as well as changes in rural architecture, have contributed to its decline. This tradition thrived in the inland hilly terrain where underground grain storage was effective over time. However, this ancient practice has gradually faded, becoming more of a story from the past, writes T. Apala Nadu. Contact re-established with terrorists in Kishtwar army. Three Jam terrorists believed to be hiding in the area since January 18. Army, J&K Police, CRPF, CRPF re-established contact with them early on Saturday, narrowing the search. Internet suspended. Thousand rally over Manipur's territorial integrity. India denies Epstein claim of US role in PMS 2017 Israel visit, taking forward the comprehensive plan to end Gaza conflict, a shared priority. Jaisankar. Odisha cabinet clears 17,250 crore manufacturing complex project. Shah should hold mirror to own party. Abhishek counters charges of graft. BJP leader is most unsuccessful home ministers country has ever seen. He failed to ensure internal security. TMC leader BJP should fight TMC on plank of development rather than spreading hatred. Kerala for all final day to discuss future of tourism economy in all free fall. Will union budget offer real solution? Congress. Not important. Warehouse fire spotlights legal structures on Kolkata wetlands. AI Nano might occur after July. A clear picture will emerge after April. IMD. UAE hails India EU trade pacts, call it model of partnership. At conclave, a call to stakeholders to ensure ensure inclusive, accessible tourism. Educate architect on accessibility needs, says expert. Will ISRO arms NSIL pick up the slack of a flat space budget? IDFC First Bank Q3 net surges 48% to 503 crore. Adani to get legal notice in US SEC civil fraud case to respond in 90 days. Labor Cooperative ULCCS unit USPERI's national place. IIT Kanpur teams develops new way to predict solar cycle. Priya trial links B12 intake to long-term health in babies. Virus hijacks caterpillars gut, but gut-brain link to spread. Ultra-thin electronics better survive space radiation. In surprise unique plant involved before spreading. How to start building a career in the age of AI. Why is the India EU trade agreement significant? How much of the trade value of what India exports to the European Union region will the EU tariff concession concessions cover, which are the sectors beside textiles, apparel, apparel, manufactured good and Indian traditional medicine services that the free trade agreement will help. Why have the new UGC regulations been stayed? Why have there been protests? How have the regulations defined caste-based discrimination? Why were new regulations introduced? What was the main thrust of the 2026 regulations on grievance redressal mechanism as opposed to the two 212 ons. Between the sea and the state, the 72,000 crore mega infrastructure initiative, which visions transforming the remote outpost into a major transshipment and defense hub, has sparked procedural, ecological, and displacement concerns. The young Trump, the 49-year-old Nepali Congress leader, says he is ready to carry the generational change within the country's oldest party to governance if he is voted to power. Trump administration approves arms sales to Israel, Saudi Arabia. US government enters partial shutdown, but a quick resolution is expected. Venezuela announces amnesty bill to release political prisoners. Pakistan had to bow its head while seeking financial aid. Sharif, 57 militants and 10 security personnel killed in Pakistan. US, Israel, Europe incited unrest to tear Iran apart, says Pezeshkian. President accused the US, Israel, and European leader of exploiting Iran's economic crisis. Trump had expressed support. Trump had expressed support for protesters and warned that the US might take actions. Army chief says Iran's nuclear expertise could not be eliminated. The rise and fall of General Zhang Yuzia. US releases largest batch yet of Epstein documents. Israeli airstrikes kill at least 23 Palestinians. Ukraine, Moldova hit by black, blackouts. Mine collapses in Congo, leaving at least 200 dead. Pakistan sails T20I series after Australia fails trial by spin. Kuran Rashid sign as England beats Sri Lanka in the first T20I. Sabalenka really upset after blowing changes in the final. Nadal has full respect for old rival Djokovic but tips Alcaraz for title. Kishan knocks the stuffing out of New Zealand Raiba Kina edges out. Sabalenka becomes queen of Melbourne. Shahbaz Rigs Havoc bowls Bengal to a thumping victory over Haryana. He claimed 6 for 38 and finished with a career best match haul of 11-10 as the home team batters surrender meekly on third day. India women play out a, out a draw with Spartak Moscow. Anhat enters semi-finals of Squares on Fire in Washington. Albert Riera named Frankfurt coach. World Cups are special occasions when you play against the best. Devika battles to seal a spot in the final. Win against MI, one of our best, says Klinger. WCS in different sports 20 years apart. Haryana Thunder in the PWL title class. Arsenal Drums past leads. H. Offenheim's rolls on. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.